It's a movie nominated for an Oscar. We're giving you a preview of the film, hoping to grab the win.
That's right. Here's movie reviewer Matt Perrone to explore the small space in a big flick.
Welcome to day 2 of the Oscars Overview, where I'm reviewing each of the Best Picture nominees leading up to the Oscars that air right here on ABC Columbia. Today, we're going to delve into our first fictional movie, or one that's not based on a true story, and it also happens to be one of the lesser-known nominees since it had not as wide of a release. But that's where I come in, so here's my take on our second Oscar-nominated film, Room. Our movie begins with Jack and his mother. Jack, played by Jacob Tremblay, is an upbeat child who spends all his time with his doting mother. The mother, or Ma, played by Brie Larson, spends her life trying to keep Jack happy, singing songs and playing games despite their strange environment. They live in a 10 by 10 foot room and never leave. Occasionally, a man simply known as Old Nick comes by to deliver groceries, supplies, and even a birthday present. We as the audience wonder how this existence came to be, only to quickly find out that Ma was abducted by this man as a teenager and has been kept prisoner ever since. With Jack getting older, the time has finally come for escape, and Ma hatches an elaborate escape plan centering around Jack. Despite his fear and complete lack of knowledge about the outside world, the escape plan works and the two are free. For Jack, the room has been his entire universe up to this point, and it's hard for him to fathom the expanse of the whole world. Other than with his mother, he has no experience socializing with other human beings. He has no immunities, and his mind has trouble taking everything in, including any outside stimuli. As tough as it is for Jack, Ma is struggling as well. Having been in captivity for such a long time, she is also overwhelmed by real life, along with suffering from her own form of PTSD. She constantly finds herself at odds with her own mother and withdrawing inside of herself. As the movie progresses, we see the two characters dealing with reintegration in their own way. Through a lot of the film, we are given a narration by the voice in Jack's head, which gives us true insight into the innocence and resilience of a child. Through Ma, we see the lengths that the human spirit can be stretched to, with the question being, will it ever break? And if it does, can it then be mended? All in all, it's one amazing story divided into two separate places, and the question is, for those two, which place is actually the scariest? So I went to see this movie solely because I knew it had been nominated for a Best Picture award and I was going to have to review it. I had absolutely no knowledge of what the film was about when I walked in. I was also a little surprised to find it playing around here, and even more surprised when I was the only one in the theater for the showing. But I have to say, from the very beginning, I was captivated. Kept finding myself wondering, why are they in this room? Is it the apocalypse? Why can't they go outside? And then you find out the reason, and you think the entire movie is going to be about them escaping. But that's only the first quarter of it. This is one of those rare films that we can in no way empathize with the main characters, because very, very few of us have ever been through that situation. But you definitely feel every other emotion in the books. Brie Larson is outstanding. I don't know how she pulls it off, but her character absolutely sucks you in. And Jacob Tremblay is an amazing young talent. It's a very rare feat when the unknowns in the movie upstage the actual actors that you do know. It's a very powerful film, and it definitely deserved the nomination. Well, that has been your Oscars Overview. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for day 3 and our next Based on a True Story nominee. Back to you.
Thanks, Matt. Well, definitely can see why it got the nod.
Powerful movie.
We have one last look at your 7-day forecast.
Well, it's coming right back. Keep it here.